The sun beats down on the eastern Mediterranean. Here lies a land steeped in history, a land of ancient prophets and empires, but also a land marked by a long and bitter conflict. This is the story of Israel and Gaza, a complex and often tragic tale. It is a story of two peoples with intertwined destinies. Both lay claim to the same small strip of land. Their struggle for control has raged for decades. It has claimed countless lives. Peace remains elusive. But understanding the roots of this conflict is crucial. Only then can we hope to find a path towards a brighter future, one where both sides can live in peace and security. The seeds of this conflict were sown long ago. In the early 20th century, the land was under Ottoman rule. Jewish people, seeking refuge from persecution, began migrating to Palestine. This land held deep religious significance for them. At the same time, an Arab population already called this land home. Tensions grew as more Jewish immigrants arrived. After World War I, Britain gained control of Palestine. They faced the daunting task of balancing the aspirations of these two communities. In 1948, Israel declared independence. This followed a UN plan to partition Palestine into two states, one Jewish, one Arab. The Arab leadership rejected the plan. War erupted, displacing hundreds of thousands of Palestinians. The 1967 Six-Day War dramatically reshaped the landscape. Israel emerged victorious. It seized control of the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and the Gaza Strip. This victory, while solidifying Israel's security, also sowed the seeds of further unrest. The Palestinians, now living under Israeli occupation, yearned for self-determination. Years of protests, uprisings, and peace negotiations followed. Each cycle of violence deepened the divide. The rise of Hamas in Gaza, considered a terrorist organization by Israel and many Western countries, further complicated the situation. Their control of Gaza and their commitment to armed resistance led to numerous conflicts with Israel. Section 4: Israeli perspective, security concerns, and the quest for peace. Israel views itself as a nation under constant threat. Surrounded by hostile neighbors, it prioritizes its security above all else. The memory of the Holocaust, the systematic genocide of Jews during World War II, weighs heavily on the national psyche. It fuels a deep-seated fear of annihilation. Israel argues that its actions are defensive, aimed at protecting its citizens from terrorism. They point to rocket attacks launched from Gaza as justification for their military responses. They also highlight the complexities of negotiating with Hamas, which they view as an intractable enemy committed to their destruction. Section 5: Palestinian perspective, a struggle for statehood and dignity. For Palestinians, the conflict represents a struggle for freedom and self-determination. They yearn for an independent state of their own. Their lives are marked by the daily realities of occupation. Checkpoints, movement restrictions, and the expansion of Israeli settlements in the West Bank are constant sources of frustration and anger. They argue that Israel's actions constitute collective punishment. They believe that the international community must hold Israel accountable for its treatment of Palestinians. They demand an end to the occupation and a just resolution that recognizes their right to statehood. Section 6: Seeking a path forward, hopes for a lasting solution. The path forward is fraught with challenges. Mistrust runs deep. The cycle of violence continues to claim innocent lives on both sides, yet amidst the despair, glimmers of hope emerge. Dialogue, though difficult, remains the only viable path to peace. International efforts to mediate a two-state solution persist. Civil society organizations on both sides work tirelessly to bridge divides and promote understanding. Ultimately, a lasting peace can only be achieved through compromise and empathy.